Hey, welcome to the morning brief. Today is Wednesday, December 11th. We've got some good stuff happening today. Some red items just happened at 8:30. We had core CPI, which came out at 0.3%, which was as expected. We had CPI month over month, which is also 0.3%, which was as expected. Notice that it was higher than previous. CPI year over year was 2.7%. Expectations were set 2.7%, and it was higher than the previous, which was 2.6. So we've got inflation, and it is still increasing, although at a very slow rate. 9:45, we have the Bank of Canada rate statement, which doesn't really going to affect the U.S. markets, but will affect the exchange rate, and it does affect money flow as well. So be aware of that. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. Then we have some yellow items, 10-year bond auction at 101, federal budget balance at 2 o'clock. That's it for the day. But going back to the CPI, what does this mean? CPI came in as expected, but is higher than the previous month. Well, what everybody's trying to figure out is what is the Fed going to do? So here is the CME Group has this Fed Watch tool. You can see that there's an 86.1% chance that the Fed is going to cut rates by 1/4 of a point. Only 14% are saying that it's going to stay the same. So this is what the expectation is. And when the expectation does not meet reality, that's when we get a big move in the market. So this is what the expectation is. We'll see what happens when the Fed actually decides to do whatever they're going to do. Meeting date is the 18th of December, which is next week. So, yeah, there you have it. It's setting up for a rate cut if that's what everybody believes, but we'll have to see again what reality is versus the expectation. Moving on, looking at charts. So we are gapping up. The market says, hey, inflation's slightly worse, and therefore the Fed will lower rates. So they think this is bullish. So we're gapping up. Where can we go? We can definitely test the all-time highs again, 6,100, 6,113. If they change their mind and say, hey, inflation going up is not a good thing, even if the Fed does cut, maybe we'll come back down here and try to test this moving average. This would be 60, looks like 60, 15-ish. Volume is picking up slightly. We're finally back into the average area. So I don't know what that means other than, okay, moving on. Inventory was down. Price action was down. These are correlated. Nothing to write home about there. Overnight action was about 25 points, which is above average. And that's all because of this CPI number, as you can see, reaction to that CPI number right there. Intraday support and resistance, we're bumping up against some resistance at 60.71, 60.75, 60.89. Of course, the 6,100 is a big number. Get above that. There's some at 61.06. Decent about 51.54. So that's your overhead resistance. Support, we got some support at 60.40, 60.15, 6,000, 59. I'm going to say 59.89, and then there's a decent amount at 59.51. So there are your numbers for today. Stock Traders Almanac for today is 57.1, 57.1. So a positive bias from the Stock Traders Almanac. Hope you have a great day. Happy trading, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com. Thanks.